DRS. Oh no, we got damage to the body because... Oh, Jesus. A lock-up through. We're going to have to defend from Ricardo as he's coming on the inside. And we got that body damage again. Someone's hit us. Coming through. We're going to move over to the inside. Push him out. Done well here as Norris looks to go on the inside down the DRS. We have won.
Welcome back, racing fans, to another episode of KEG Gaming Racing Team. Today we're looking at race 6 in Monza. I was worried about that first corner. My goal was to make sure I was pole position to get into that corner first. It's a sharp right-hander into a left-hander into a sweeping right-hander. So I really wanted to make sure that we were away from everyone else and we didn't get any damage, because if you've watched any of our other episodes on this and any of the other seasons, you'll know that that's been a huge factor, especially last season. So we wanted to make sure we stay out of that and keep ourselves, undamaged. I did up the difficulty level on this as well. So we went from the hard or very hard range into the expert range. So hopefully that does make it a little bit more interesting and I don't just win like I had the last few races. All right, guys, well, that's enough from me. No more talking. Let's get straight into this with free practice 1. I know I said no more talking, but I've got to go through this with you. So during free practice 1, we had a little bit of an incident as I'm coming down the track for my last lap on my race strategy. Sargent goes into the corner more slower than I expected him to, and we hit him, and then he hits us trying to come back onto the corner. Like I said, that first corner is dangerous, which is why I want to avoid that at any cost, getting in there with other people. So again, I'm stressing that pole position is what we want to do. Top the charts in free practice 1 into free practice 2 here. Looks like we did more of the same stuff. Top of the range, top of the tables, not range, and Marcus Armstrong coming in at 3rd fastest, which is awesome. He is having a stellar year. I'm super excited to have him back for next year. Free practice 3, I didn't do it. My program didn't really call for it, but there you go. Marcus topping the charts. That one's good to see. Through Q1, I go fastest by nearly a second. Against Sainz into Q2, so does Armstrong, which is awesome. And we have a little bit of an issue here. Oh no! Right, let's have you in at the end of this. Track limits, not great that I did that one, so we had to go again. But I still managed to get myself on top, and Marcus Armstrong coming into Q3 with me. So I can't believe I did it. It was really annoying. Right. Then this happened. Let's see if we get held up here by Perez. Come on, if he's not impeding, I don't know who is. Get out of the way. I would honestly, we could report people for it. I'd report him for it. Was it in the corner or whatever? You'd know. I don't know, you guys let me know if you think that was him impeding me or if he was just in the corner and couldn't get out. I think in the heat of the moment I thought he was impeding. Watching it again, I'm not entirely sure that was the case, but we still did manage to get our fastest lap there on our second one, and that secured our pole position that we were really aiming for into the grid for the race, which is awesome for us. And Armstrong coming in at 4th, which I'm super proud of him for doing. So there you go, guys. We managed to get where I wanted to go to. We definitely needed that pole position first, and then we're going to work the rest out from here. So let's see what else we had planned as we get into the team briefing. Alright, strategy time. Hards are only going for... That doesn't sound right. Normally the hards are the ones that go longer. Why am I only going 8? Alright, hang on. Let's go back and we'll personalize... Oh, no. Personalize. Okay. What? Alright. Softs can last almost the 8. What do hards look like here? Oh, easy. So would I not go 12? Can I go to the end on softs? Oh, I can. Oh, I'm doing that. Alright. Let's let's do that. Let's see how that works out for me. We're going to select that one. Alright, let's get this happening.
So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Kyle lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Armstrong, Leclerc, Sainz, Perez, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Albon, Ocon, Tsunoda, Joe, Stroll, Sargent, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Let's get this happening. And off we go. Bad start from us there. Verstappen in the second, Russell in the third, Armstrong coming in at fourth. Where is Verstappen? He's out wide, wide, wide. Looks like Armstrong's coming in long. We're going to sure. That was a bad corner from us. I'm too busy watching behind me. And away we go. Caution already. Someone's lost a nosewing. Please don't let it be Armstrong. We need these points. Where's Mercedes? Russell sitting there at fifth. And Red Bull are actually coming in nice and strong there. Second and fourth. So we've managed to split them, which is good. And I've pulled out in the front, survived that first corner, which is crucial for my race there. And as you can see, someone else already had damage somewhere along there. So unless it was just that everyone slowed down. They do a yellow flag for that because it's not safe for everyone. But we'll see what happens here. So we're still out by 2.2 seconds. Verstappen on the hards, and so is Armstrong with Russell and Perez going onto the soft tyres, and they seem to be going behind. I have got this at a higher difficulty and it's gone up one, and I swear the last time I did this it was harder. We can't be this far ahead. It's not interesting for anybody. I fully expected this to be a much more interesting race. Mind you, I am on my mediums right now, and I'm going to have to pit before the guys on the hards, but we're going on to... actually got a fair while on the mediums, so we'll see what happens. I could potentially get caught up with him, so we'll see what happens here. Verstappen nearly 2 seconds behind us, and Armstrong is. He's taken over Verstappen on the long straight here, and then Verstappen looks like he might have it back. Not a bad fight there. Armstrong takes him again. Verstappen back in front again. What's going on down there? Be careful there, Armstrong. Perez coming into the fold there, and everyone's sort of bunching up as well. Russell sitting not too far behind Perez, and Perez sitting still within the DRS of our teammate Armstrong, and Armstrong is right up there with Verstappen, while we sit nearly 3 seconds ahead. So Armstrong fighting there is really, really helping us and keeping us well within the well out of reach at the moment. And again, I'm going to have to up this next race if this is how it is, because it's not much fun for anyone. Could this be the season where we actually win everything? And would you guys claim that as a win if I haven't got to the point where I'm actually battling anyone? I did the last race and I'll do it again. I'm not competing, and I'm not saying I am that good, but Verstappen had that season last year in the actual F1, so can we actually be able to do it in this one? Or is it just not much fun? You know what I mean? Armstrong coming in the second again. Hopefully he can note. Verstappen takes him back there. Perez and Russell. Is someone fighting with Russell to take that spot as I do a 1.2?
Fastest lap of the race so far.
And I haven't even been really using my overtakes. So, what's going on? Perez, Verstappen, Armstrong. So they're all fighting it out for second, third and fourth. Sainz is coming into that there. So behind us it's an actual good race. In front of us not so much. I've got to keep an eye on that one and really, really hope that Armstrong does well and he doesn't get any damage there, because that top four there behind us is absolutely getting smashed. It's changing constantly. Well, we're now 5.5 seconds out in front, while Perez somehow is leapfrogged. Verstappen and everyone else up into second. Armstrong still keeps his third. Oh, I'm going off the track a bit there. And Russell is sitting there in fourth still. So he's managed to claw his way into that one as well with all their fighting that they're having. So an interesting fight there. The hard tyres not really warmed up enough, I would imagine. Armstrong getting up into second. I can imagine Perez and Russell having issues in the next few laps and not being able to keep up the fight. And that's on them for going on the softs too early. I've thought about it. I did think about it, but I'm glad I didn't. The medium seems to be the right gamble here. I managed to pull away by 6.3 seconds ahead of our teammate, who's managed to make a gap between himself and Perez. Russell not too far behind Perez, and Verstappen just well out now. So I wonder if he got a bit of damage or some wing damage or something coming into that fight. And hopefully that means that Armstrong doesn't have any body damage. Could potentially be the case. So we'll see what happens as Armstrong gets himself back up into second. God, what a race it would be from behind us here. I'm still too far out to bloody see the race, so I'm just going to keep going. And like I said, I will definitely up the difficulty for next race until we get to a point where I am not this far ahead by like 4, because that's crap. It's not fun, but it is what it is. I'm still trying to find that. I've been pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, so interesting times ahead with that one. I had it last season with the F122 one that we did. I had it. I was fighting for positions. Here I'm way out in front. It's kind of sucky, if you ask me. But that's okay. We'll find it. We'll find the spot we need. Armstrong popping out back into second. Don't know why I'm using that, because I don't really need to. Like 4:19 already. I can't even remember when we're meant to be hitting on. Let's have a look in a sec. I'll come around to the main straight. We're still 7.6 seconds ahead. And lap 12. They should start catching us on the hard zone. As you can see, Armstrong is now pulling ahead of Perez, who's now losing ground to Verstappen, I imagine. I'll tell you in a minute. You guys can probably look sooner than I can. But yeah, he's losing ground to Verstappen. Perez getting Armstrong. Is it on that straight? Where's he managing to catch that up so quickly? Armstrong back in front there. I thought he was further ahead than that. Verstappen just sitting back and watching it as we go nearly 10 seconds ahead of everyone. Now that's kind of boring for everyone to be watching, I suppose. We go into the loose marbles there. Our tyre getting the... Oh, no. Oh, thought that was track limits, but it wasn't. Away we go. Armstrong still struggling with the 2 Red Bulls that are behind him there. As my son comes in to watch the race. Hello, mate. What's wrong? I don't know why I asked, I can't. That's not helpful. Alright. So nearly Armstrong putting himself some distance there. As you can see, those hard tyres are going to be doing their jobs on the straight. I can't see Perez. Well, Perez actually is getting closer. See you, buddy. I'll see you soon. Armstrong. Whoa. Can we do a 1-2? We haven't done a 1-2. We've done a 1-3. Can we do a 1-2? I don't feel like I'll lose this unless I lose concentration in this and clear it into a wall. Armstrong now got himself a gap of a couple, 1 second by the looks of it, just over. That's good considering DRS is on. Perez falling behind there. I'd imagine then that the soft tyres are now starting to lose their grip. Ours will probably not be lasting too much longer. We've got 5 laps left, 5-6 laps left. And then we're going to pit and go onto the softs and see how we go there. Softs do look like they can handle it for at least 6 laps, and we're going to try and be going on 7. We're that far ahead at the moment. We're 10 seconds in front on lap 6. I don't think it's going to matter too much, to be honest with you. And around the last corner we go again for lap 7, and we carry on. Just taking a look behind us there. Armstrong still in second. He's now made him have a couple of seconds. Now a second. It's Verstappen coming in now, I guess. He's a couple of seconds there, and it looks like those softs are starting to struggle. Hamilton and gone the mediums like we did, but he's still sitting there in 5th. We need Mercedes to not finish too well today, as Mercedes catches up to Red Bull and then Hamilton and Verstappen, which isn't great because we need to get this constructor in front of that, but just got to see what they're doing. They haven't started off too well, so away we go. Perez still hanging too far off there. Hopefully he holds up Verstappen, who is getting held up by that, and Hamilton, that's going to get held up by both of those as they fight it out. So that'd be good. And that means Armstrong can continue to just bring his gap in like I did while they fight it out for his position there next to him. So there we go. Verstappen getting Perez is not what we wanted, but their teammates, I'm sure he just let him through in the end anyway. Perez will have to fight off Hamilton then, because they are all very close. They're 3 seconds, nearly 2 seconds behind Armstrong, which is good. That's where we want him to stay. What are we, lap 8 now? Nearly 11 laps still left to go. Not far. As we come along Monza. Getting better. Whoop! Didn't do too well in that corner there. Armstrong seems to have been fading out in the hards, which I don't see how. Perez still battling on Hamilton for that. What happened to Verstappen there? Something must have gone wrong. I reckon Verstappen's got damage. He's done something to Armstrong, but it hasn't seemed to have affected Armstrong. Hamilton's still battling away there with Verstappen. Again, Perez. So Red Bull's really fighting hard to get some good spots. I haven't really seen them too high up on the championship ladder as of all this season so far. So it's good to see them up there, but also I'd love to see them battling them, because now they're 5 seconds behind our teammate, which is great, and that's what we need. 4 seconds. They need to keep battling. I don't understand how Perez is still hanging on in there with his softs. I would have figured it would have been Verstappen by now. Now we just need our teammate to hold him up. Not like we're going to have trouble with Hamilton, but I want the 1-2 finish. I want these maximum points. You know what I mean? He's still 4 seconds behind, so hopefully Armstrong is doing pretty well there on the hards. They're going to come alive soon, or they're going to pit and end it at the same time I am. So, as I went a bit further with my tyres, it seemed to be a bit hard. Let's take a look at where they are, 24%. So yeah, we're going to be slipping and sliding as we get closer to the end of that. Well, I could have seen it, 12.
Choose overtake and burn off some of this energy.
What for, Mark? What for? I suppose we could and try and get that. Perez coming back on Hamilton again at 17 seconds behind. Keep battling, guys. Keep battling. It gives Armstrong an absolute... I don't know what I was going to say there. An absolute, I don't know, 5 second lead. Woo! So hopefully they keep doing it, because Hamilton's still right up Perez. Norris has come up, so I honestly think Verstappen had some sort of issue, which is good for us, because he was our main contender for the Drivers' Championship. So with us, if we can finish off coming 4th, which would make 4 in a row for us, that means that we can at least have a good lead and a good buffer on him if he falls down the order a bit more. I wonder what actually happened though. It'll be interesting to see. Daniel Ricciardo out of the session. Are we getting a yellow flag? Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me as I've passed the pit window, because that'll hurt. No, it didn't happen. So teammates gone into the pits. Ooh.
So Marcus is in the pits. Marcus.
How am I going further? So Hamilton, Norris goes past. Piastri comes up. I kind of don't hate it. It may mean that he'll come out and come into second. He's going to force everyone else to pit. I've still got a lap or two. What's my tyres looking like? I'm nearly 30 because I can feel them slipping everywhere. We've still got another 2, so we may have just leapfrogged everyone for this.
Yellow flag.
Yellow. Don't do that. Oh, it's Ricciardo out there. Unfortunate for our fellow Australian. Hopefully it's okay.
Flag.
Green flag it is. We're 19 seconds ahead of our nearest in Norris, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Hamilton stayed out, Piastri stayed out, Gasly on the softs has stayed out. They're all going to pit. I'm imagining then that means our teammate is going to go and pit onto mediums and come out on those, so that will be interesting. Away we go. One more lap before we go into our pit. that damage?
The underbody's incurred some
Oh,
slight
that'll be
damage, but
interesting.
nothing too serious
Cut
at the
that
moment.
corner
Just
too
be
much.
careful.
That wasn't great. So Armstrong sitting in third with Piastri, who hasn't pitted yet. Armstrong 35 seconds behind, so Dax enough. He's not behind yet, so he's 35 seconds. We're going to clear that easily when it comes to it.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now.
Of course we are. We're going longer than everyone else on the mediums. Then maybe Piastri. Piastri seems to be going hard on these mediums too. Probably could have hit then, but I don't like the risk on it considering.
We're going to box this lap, push hard on the in-lap.
7 laps almost exactly on the soft, so it'll be interesting to see how close Armstrong and Verstappen are behind us. It looks like we picked something up on our left front tyre there. Just going around, what's our tyres look like? 34, yeah, 37. We'll be alright, we'll get there. Well, that wasn't a good corner at all. Piastri pitted. So he had a few laps in second. It's not done well for him there to pit. That'll bring our boy back up into the fold. Now he's just got to hold off Verstappen to get this. We're going to come out well and truly ahead of everyone. Oh, sorry, Clement. I was more worried about getting damage to our underbody again. Not that it really seems to have done much to us. It's a little bit, maybe a different shade of green on the edges there. That shouldn't be enough to bother us too much.
The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it.
Hang on, Dax, I'll just... Alright, go on, what? Just until I finish this, alright? Alright, into the pits here now. We'll see how long it takes for that to come through. I'm pretty sure we're going to come out in front here on these softs. Away they go.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go.
Away we go.
Fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
What do we get? 20...
Okay, stay clear of the white
seconds.
line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving.
And away we go onto the
track.
softs. 34 seconds is the time to beat. What is it going to come down to in the end? Still 20 something seconds, I would imagine. 25, 12, 11, 10. Oh, he's catching. Is he that far in front of Verstappen and stuff though? Nah, I didn't think so. Away we go for the last few laps. Onto the soft tyres, so we'll see what happens towards the end of this race. I might have miscalculated here, but according to all my stuff when we did the team brief, I'm going to be good to go. 10-second gap between me and Armstrong, 17 between us and Verstappen, a 7-second gap between Armstrong and Verstappen. A 1-2 would be another historical moment for KEG Racing Team, seeing we've never done that before. So let's hopefully we can get those points. I would love those points. Definitely going to make it easier for us in that championship. We're definitely going to take it over at this point. Where's Mercedes? Russell there. Depends on where Hamilton sits, but they're 4th, and we get maximum points, as much as the team can get. Plus a fastest lap from me, as long as no one takes it from me, and I can't see that happening with me with the softs on, so we'll see what happens. Coming into this one, we've got 6 laps left. Don't know why I'm doing that, we really don't need to. Leclerc coming from somewhere. There, get Russell, I'd be happy with that. 22 seconds behind, come on Leclerc, get Russell, drop him down. Armstrong 11 seconds behind us, still keeping that 7-second gap between him and Verstappen, which is good. Verstappen got Russell coming for him, and Leclerc coming for Russell. And I hope he catches him at some point, and then they battle it out, and then something happens to Mercedes. Now, the thing I want to talk about is with 5 laps left to go, and I've only just pitted onto softs. If there's a safety car, do I pit and see if we can do another pair of softs? Or another whole bunch of softs? Or do I just keep that one on? Because I can guarantee you everyone else will pit under a proper safety car, not a virtual, not like a proper one.
That was the fastest lap of the race.
And then I'll have used softs to try and fight them on. With 4 or 5 laps left, including this one, it's a bit of a gamble if I did stay on there, but
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining.
very
5
interesting to
laps
see
of fuel
what
left.
we do here. If that were to happen, but I'm pretty sure it's, even if it did happen, we could stay on the softs and we'd still take it away. But I could just do it just to try and make it interesting and keep our thing going. Do we hand Armstrong his first win if that happens and we just defend? I'd rather not, obviously.
The energy store's depleting, reducing our overall capacity.
What do you
The more
mean?
charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
But why? Yes, is at 55%, so that'll probably be what he's talking about. It's funny, like on a longer season, 55 isn't really doing much. You can see the ICE's at 40%. I feel like I only changed that not long ago. The CE's at 34. The MGUH is at 37. I feel like we only just changed all these. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll reduce some of this charge then. Halfway down.
Good job, that was the fastest
8
lap of the
seconds,
race so
7
far.
seconds between Verstappen and Armstrong. Armstrong's still taking that lead while we're cruising on ahead there. Which is awesome for us. Hopefully he can keep that gap between him and Verstappen. I want that 1-2 now that he's there. Come around this corner. Again, trying to get used to the much better. This. No, I thought I saw something change then. Wasn't Armstrong and Verstappen and maybe Russell? As it looks like Perez, maybe it was that. Perez seems to have jumped back up into it. Signs going down. Unfortunate, but we do what we do. Wide corner. Almost feel like we wish we had have crashed out in the qualifying and then we could have just went, alright, well let's see how we go catching up to everybody. It only seemed to be at the start of the season when we had that little the wet caught us out and then we crashed as we were coming through, so what do we got? 3 laps left, let's do this. That was terrible.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Perfect. Looks like we're doing enough to keep our fuel going. Oh no, that's what I'm talking about. Now imagine that, we had a slipped out. Yeah, that's why. Imagine we had a slipped out and then our tyres we had a crash. We went from winning this race to DNFing. Which has already happened to me twice this race. Not that way, but it does. Just gotta get through the next few laps, that's all. Popping his head back in there. We need Russell out of there. Terrible corner. Still 15 seconds ahead. Armstrong still ahead of 6-7 seconds ahead of Verstappen. So we're doing alright. go again. I'm not talking much, guys, because there's really nothing much happening even behind me. Our teammates second, pretty. Verstappen not even battling Russell for third. Sainz is battling his spot there for fifth against Perez.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
And all I need is for Russell to go out. I'd like Verstappen not to be so high up. That'd be nice. So he can't keep up with me, but he's doing what he needs to do as we come around the final bend for our last race.
He's just started the final lap of the race.
Final lap. Wait, that's no point. Bad corner. Oh, really bad corner. God, I'm glad we weren't battling there. That was horrible. And it's done nothing. Literally done nothing. His wheels are hard now, man. Perez eases his way back on that last lap into the 5th spot. Really wish Russell wasn't in there. But if Armstrong can keep it, it's a 1-2 from us, as long as I don't slide out in the last few corners here. You can hear the revs on there. I'm trying my ass off for that. Dump all our ERS, no need for it now. As we come around the final corner here, guys, it's looking good. Last little spurt, that's a 1-2, boom, yeah.
We did it!
Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
The faces on our top 3 look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
That's the first time I've ever had a teammate 1 and 2. Oh yeah. And there you go, guys. The first ever 1-2 finish for KEG Gaming Racing Team. Talk about making history. We had our first double podium this season and now our first 1 and 2. Can't ask for more than that. It's been an absolute awesome year so far, even if it is only a 10 race season. So with those points, I go further ahead on the driver's standings, 18 points ahead of Verstappen, while Marcus Armstrong moves himself up into 5th on equal points with Carlos Sainz. Awesome for him. I'm super impressed. He's definitely coming back next year. I don't care how much he asks for. He's the first teammate that I've had that can actually keep up with me as it is at the moment. With the points we got from the 1-2 finish, that leapfrogs us into the first place for the Constructors standings. The first time that we have been leading this at any point in any of these seasons as it is, except for maybe the start when we win the first few races. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for joining us for race 6. I hope you'll come and join us for race 7. That's going to be in Austin. I'm looking forward to that race, and we really need to make sure that we solidify it. The difficulty level will be raised again from 80 to 82, so hopefully that does make it a little bit more interesting as we go along. I kind of want to keep it there because I want to win the championship, but I also want to make it interesting. So if I lose it, it gives me something to work towards. It makes me want to get better, I guess. All right, so if you want to watch those races, guys, follow us on Twitch. That'll show the races live every weekend and up until the actual F1s start, and then we'll go from the F1s as they move along. Follow us on Instagram to see race updates live on that weekend as they happen, and have the links there to our Twitch page from that as well. And also on TikTok to see the highlights when they drop. They'll be on after the race. Give you a little bit of overview if you can't be bothered watching the whole race. I know how everyone's a bit busy and everyone's running around. These are bite-sized race edits that will allow you to see most of the interesting parts that happen. All right, guys, thank you once again, and I'll see you on track in Austin.
ステーション